Look at how Allah Azza wa Jal describes the munafiqeen. إِذَا قَامُوا إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ قَامُوا كُسَالَى يُرَاءُونَ النَّاسِ. Pay attention. وَإِذَا قَامُوا إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ قَامُوا كُسَالَى. When they get up to pray, they drag their feet, lazy. They don't want to pray. Clearly, their zahir, their external shows, they really don't feel like doing this. They're doing it just to get out of the way. يُرَاءُونَ النَّاسِ. And Allah Azza wa Jal says they're showing off to people, which points to their batin, their internal state, that there is no sincerity inside of them. As Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhuma says, if there were no people, they would not pray. Meaning they would not come to Salat al-Jum'ah if they weren't afraid of people saying, oh, did you hear so-and-so doesn't come to Jum'ah anymore. And that's why Salat al-Fajr and Salat al-Isha was so hard for the hypocrites, because no one saw you at Fajr and Isha. There were no lights. So you came to Dhuhr and Asr and maybe Maghrib to show that you were in the masjid, lazy, dragging your feet to get credit, but you didn't actually want to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. شوف سبحان الله الفرق بين قاموا كسالى والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول أرحنا بها يا بلال وثب صلى الله عليه وسلم. The difference between a person who gets up lazy, dragging his feet, and Ibn Abbas describing the Prophet ﷺ jumping out of his bed and saying, رحنا بها يا بلال, comfort us with the salah, O Bilal. وثب صلى الله عليه وسلم كأنه لا يعرفنا. When the salah was called, it was like he didn't even know anybody. He immediately came desiring Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah Azza wa Jal says the external state tells you about the internal state. If you drag your feet to ibadah only to get credit, if you do what you need to do just to get by, something is very wrong inside of you. Now, does that mean that you're a hypocrite? No, it doesn't mean that you're a hypocrite in the full sense of the word. There are levels of hypocrisy. May Allah Azza wa Jal protect us from all of it. Allahumma ameen. But there is something to take from this. We have to look to ourselves and we have to push ourselves in the very ibadat that make us tired until they no longer make us tired. You know, if you go to a gym and you lift weights, it's extremely painful for the first month. And then you start to actually enjoy it because you see the results. The pain is gone, but you see the results. Likewise, if a person says, you know, I try to read the Quran, but I get tired. I try to listen to lectures, but I immediately go back to my favorite song. I try to go to the masjid more, but then the couch is too comfortable. Do it until it's no longer uncomfortable. And you can reap the sweetness of it. And do not be like a person who gets by the bare minimum, because eventually the bar of the bare minimum will fall. And Allah Azza wa Jal not only reads your body language, He sees the language of your heart and your soul. You think Allah Azza wa Jal can't tell when you're getting up lazy and just getting it out of the way? This is your Lord. As Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala, he said, إِذَا دَخَلَ الْعَبْدُ فِي الصَّلَاةِ ثُمَّ انْتَفَتَ قَالَ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ يَا عَبْدِي إِلَى أَيْنَ إِلَى خَيْرٍ مِنِّي. When a person enters into salah and then he turns away spiritually, Allah Azza wa Jal says to that person, oh my slave, where to? To something better than me? إِلَى خَيْرٍ مِنِّي. Did you find something more worth your attention than me?